There it is, the traffic from Gatlinburg. That means it must be Saturday. Hello again. Thank you for joining me on Vacation Station TV, your virtual getaway. And virtually, I'm avoiding the traffic as best as I can, the crazy tourists. But there's a look at the crowd coming back from Gatlinburg. What a weird, wild day. It is 88 degrees right now. But it was pouring rain just a few minutes ago. Not here. Remember I told you it could be raining up by the cabin. I mean pouring, where the rivers have turned brown from the mud. The brook next to the cabin is racing. And down here, not a drop of rain. Not a drop of rain. 2.5 miles. Amazing. So we're heading to Gatlinburg, and I promise we'll be back right after this. Take the bypass. I'm telling you, take the bypass when you come up here. I left in that little thing in the beginning that I do, camera 1, camera 2. That's called slating. I edited out the beginning where I do 3, 2, silent 1, because I was taught professionally how to do video. Hello. Thank you for joining me, Vacation Station TV. This is the bypass. I'll switch over to cameras now. This is the bypass. There's your sign that you can get your holiday snaps at. But it's a beautiful drive, and we're bypassing all the traffic that went off to the left in Gatlinburg. I didn't want to deal with. I did that last week, and what was 32 minutes, 31 minutes? I was just sitting there. So I'm not doing this today. I'm not doing it. I started to go out earlier to do work. I've got some new lights to put up, solar lights that have a trip on it. When you walk in front of it, or anybody walks in front, they go on. And I have them going down the driveway on the fence posts. But as you're going up to the house, there's stairs, and it's a dark area. And I often trip. I often don't see, because I'm coming out of the car, and then the spotlights go on, and then all of a sudden I'm blinded, and then I hit a dark spot and I can't find the first stair. So I put on those lights already, excuse me, and they work good. As I approach the stairs, the lights snap on, they light the way for me. The only drawback is every time a raccoon walks in front of it, they go on. But they're solar powered, so they charge themselves during the day. No batteries. No more batteries, no more plugging in stuff. Those days are over. Don't you agree? Yeah, those days are over. So I got those up. Very happy. I got my new tires on, Walter. Very pleased. I investigate. If you remember, if you watch the videos, and I sure hope you are, last couple of weeks, we are supposed to have a crazy winter coming up. I don't know if you caught that or not. Oh, let me change this back. There you go. El Nino. We have a double El Nino in our midst, which means we are going to have not only these temperatures, the heat that we're experiencing and the rain that we're experiencing, but winter is supposed to be a bitch. We're supposed to have a lot of snow, a lot of ice, and intense cold weather coming up our way. So I'm going to really put these tires to the test. All right, we're in Gatlinburg. Switch these cameras around for you so you can see what's going on. I already cleaned the lenses. I have nothing better to do. I'm going to drop all the windows, see what's going on. I have no idea. I do know that there were a lot of cars heading this way, going up the main road. And I said, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it again. I've showed that to you, the downfalls of taking the main way in. So I said, no. I'm taking the bypass. Doing the bypass. And you should too, because the views are spectacular. The drive is easy. And here I am, I'm in Gatlinburg. And I would still be sitting on the main road coming in, just twiddling my thumbs. I don't want to do that. So if you like what I'm doing with you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe right now. Just do it. Just hit the like, make a comment, anything at all. I get lots of stuff. Costa Rica, I got a family from Costa Rica. Hello, Costa Rica. Beautiful country indeed. There's everybody here. They're having events going on. Chainsaw, so there's must be the crafts fair. I got my Weagle Wiggles coffee, got a fresh cup. Looks like there's a fair crowd here today. It's Saturday. Kids are, I guess all the kids are back in school by now, right? I think there's a few stragglers out there, and that's understandable, but I get the impression all the kids are back in school. Gives you guys a break if you want to come up to the Great Smoky Mountains, because the traffic will be, go ahead. The traffic will be minimal compared to what it's going to be by next week. The 20th through the 22nd is Jeep Invasion, and I'm already seeing Jeeps. And that's going to be one heck of an event. I love it because I love seeing the Jeeps. Okay, we're going back the other way now. What a pleasure. I don't have to stand on. I'd still be out down the street trying to get into town. I know it just by watching the amount of cars that are here. So we're in Gatlinburg on a Saturday afternoon. I plan, weather permitting, to come back tonight to do the night version. Whole different crew, different groups of people come out here at night. It's definitely a haze in the air. That's, excuse me, that messes with my sinuses. But that also messes with me taking good video at night. I was planning on going on the coaster tonight and freshen up my videos for the laser show that's there. But the last week when it came out, there was so much haze, humidity in the air. The video came out terrible. So now if you were thinking about coming up, remember, Jeep Invasion is next weekend, which means there's going to be a heck of a lot of traffic. A lot of traffic, a lot of delays. And there's nothing you can do about it. You can complain all you want, okay? It isn't going to matter. It doesn't matter. So pack your patience, take your pills, whatever it is you got to do to stay mellow, and, excuse me, and just come into town. Otherwise, wait till next week. You won't have to deal with it. So Miss Marie and I went, was what, Monday? We went to Titanic. And I want to preface this by saying this is my opinion only, all right? I'm not trying to dissuade you from going or not going. It is my opinion. Now, we go back in time to the night before, and I told Miss Marie, oh, it's your day off, next couple of days off. Let's go, because she had in her bucket list, she wanted to go to the Titanic. I said, all right, we're going to the Titanic tomorrow. And she was dancing around the room. She's so cute when she gets something she is excited about. She literally starts dancing. I said, we're going to Titanic. We're going to, and she was very, very happy about that. So the next day comes, Monday comes, and we go to the Titanic, okay? And as soon as I walk through the door, now, I've done a lot of reading on the Titanic, and I know a lot about it, but I did learn a heck of a lot more than I knew before I went there. But as soon as you walk through the door, you're greeted by, I'll take a guesstimation of this, 4 by 8 feet, 4 feet by 8 feet, picture of 134 dead children. And I'm not kidding you, this is a fact. I didn't take any videos. I'm allowed to take videos, you are too, but I didn't. Okay, I just wasn't in the mood. I wanted to go there. I wanted to make sure Miss Marie was happy, and we learned about stuff, not just taking video and going wow, 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 wow. I wanted to get more information. So walk in, and there's that 4 by 8 sheet of dead children. And from that point on, it went downhill. It was all about death, which obviously we know that that's what the Titanic is about. 1,000 plus, almost 1,500 people died. But what I found, it was extremely macabre. Every turn, very well presented. They had a lot of artifacts there. They set up rooms. I thought those were pretty. What the lower class, what they had to endure, as well as the upper class, the crust, the upper crust. They had the best of the best, but the rest of it was really just extremely depressing. And I asked Miss Marie when we got out from there, I said, how do you feel? She goes, I feel depressed. She said, I can't believe how much death is in this event. And I said, yeah, it was a tragic event, absolutely. Now, they didn't cover a lot. There was nowhere that they mentioned the Titanic, the movie, at all, which I kind of was surprised. I mean, it was a big hit, box office. And then in the brochures, when they show the staircase, you know, the really picturesque staircase, it's nothing. I go, this is the staircase everybody talks about, like in the movie, and they've been there. I go, it's just a staircase that winds up. That's it. Okay. So they give you a lot of hype in the brochures and on the commercials and stuff. That's only my opinion. So you have to, for yourself, reserve in your mind, is it worth it or is it not? Totally up to you. I'm not trying to make you go either way. Just, I wasn't impressed. Some stuff I learned a lot more, because they had just about every rivet that was put in there. They explained about it. So if you want to know how it was built and how it was handled and the people that owned it, you get that information. Just more for your filing system. All right, what's next? Oh, okay. So I guess everybody's safe, right? Everybody's safe? Because if I'm not mistaken, on the 12th, which I think was Thursday, weren't we all supposed to die or come close to it? Do you remember? It was on YouTube, it was on TikTok, it was on Facebook. That allegedly, and my God, did I see enough videos that promoted it, that on the 12th, they didn't specify at what time, that was my first red flag, that the Earth was supposed to lose gravity for 7 seconds. You remember that? Because the planets were lined up. A bunch of planets were lined up. And it was supposed to suck the gravity out because it was, it was a solar eclipse at the same time. So it's the first time and last time in many, 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 many years from now that these planets will be aligned, and They showed documents on TikTok of how NASA said we're going to prepare yourself, be in your house, go in your basement, all this nonsense. And I said, okay, so here comes the 12th of August. I'm waiting. I even went as far as to make myself a Velcro suit. Went through the expense and the effort of making a Velcro suit where I can stick myself to the wall when gravity starts to give up. I was prepared. I had a pocket full of Slim Jims, some crackers, saltine crackers, Slim Jims, bottle of water, toilet paper. You never know. You never know. But nothing happened. Not a damn thing happened. Even with the solar eclipse and all that, we couldn't see the solar eclipse. It would have only been partial here, but it was cloudy, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway. But other places around the world got to see a solar eclipse, which you don't get to see them very often. I've had the luxury of my dad being an astronomer. We would drive to solar eclipse all over the place. We would go to different places and wait for the solar eclipse. He was a big fan of that. I learned a lot from that man. So, tragedy did not happen. We did not lose gravity. The world didn't end. Doesn't it remind you a lot of Y2K? Remember Y2K? How many of you can recall that? Y2K. That's when all the computers were supposed to crash worldwide. There were people selling all sorts of stuff to, the survivalist crowd. They were selling all sorts of stuff to survive, get through Y2K, making millions of dollars. And nothing happened, because I remember I had the radio stations at that time. So I'm going, all right, in the back of my mind's going, this is BS, but I'm going, what if it's not? So I tried to prepare the best I could. I remember unplugging all the computers, but they had said it doesn't matter if you unplug the computer. They have an answer for everything. Doesn't matter. When you plug it back in, it's going to blow up. That's it. Everything's going to come to a grinding halt. There'll be murder and mayhem in the streets, robbing, pillaging, and they will get people all frothed up for nothing, because nothing happened at 12:01. 1 minute after midnight, I was there at the station, and I'm watching both stations. I'm going back and forth from across the hallways. Nothing happened. It just clicked over. Everything just clicked over like it should. RoboJock was running the station at the time. I think I only had 2 employees at that point out of 9 that I had, and one was overnights just to make sure you had a body in the radio station for FCC rules, and one during the day, having a licensed radio person in the station for FCC rules. So this way I could come and go. Excuse me. So that kind of brings back those memories that, they got everybody all frothed up. And it was funny because I watched other people's videos, and they were all, are you ready? Are you prepared? Did you fill out your will? What a pile of crap. Excuse me, my sinuses. What a pile of steaming crap that was. People getting you frothed up for nothing. And there were some locals doing that too. And on that same note, everybody and their aunt, uncle, nephew, and next door neighbor went to, what is that, Night Flight? Now, I love Dolly Parton, sweet lady, very wealthy, very, very intelligent, and knows how to make business. She's a good businesswoman, So they got Night Flight. Every single YouTuber, people I didn't even know. Of course, the ones I know, and then the ones that are just, I don't know, here today, gone tomorrow crew, were there. Everybody giving you the slant. But the rub is, you couldn't videotape in the Night Flight. No siree, Bob. Nope, you had to. You didn't lose your phones, but they gave you a phone that locks up, a bag that you put your phone in, and it's magnetically locked, and you can't take any video of Night Flight at Dollywood. And all these people trying to hype it, trying to explain it to you. I mean, I know they all went there with this intention of videotaping. So my question is, Who snuck a camera in? That's what I want to know. Somebody is going to get caught sneaking a camera in, and then Dollywood's going to come after them, I think for sure, because they're very strict about no videotaping. I had to laugh at how many faces I recognized who went to Night Flight. All the big names, all the middle names, all the lower names. You didn't see me there. I refused to go. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't like Dollywood. It's just that I just don't like the crowds. Oh, I smell steak. That's a good smell. Miss Marie made a wonderful chicken parmesan the other night for me. Her first attempt at chicken parmesan. Did a great job. In fact, I'll be eating some of that tonight for my dinner. We had leftover chicken, and I said, just make me some more noodles. And I got sauce. I got everything I need. And she did a great job. Chicken came out absolutely perfect. I told her, I said, I showed her how to fillet the chickens, because when you get the chicken breast, the white chicken breast, you've got to pound it and then fillet it. You don't cook up that whole big thick breast. It doesn't come out good. It usually comes out stringy and dry. So here's how you fillet. Put your hand on this and you put the knife over here. And she did a great job. After a couple of times she had it. She figured it right out. And I was very proud of her to do that. And I said, you cook it 2 minutes on each side. That's it, 2 minutes. Chicken, especially a cutlet, because that's what you're making, is chicken cutlets. 2 minutes on each side. That's it. And someday I'll show you how you know from rare, medium well. How do you do with any meat? It doesn't matter what meat you use. I'll show you how. And you need no tools, no special anything. You don't need a thermometer and all that crap. I learned from the professionals at Saddlebrook and North Shore Manor and Cappy's and all that, how to tell a piece of meat what it is, whether it's a medium or it's a well done. No matter what, you can do it, and you don't need any special tools. I can show you the way to do it, because I want you to know how to do this, because so many people screw it up. They just throw a piece of meat and they wait for it to curl up. They go, I think it's done. There's smoke coming off of it. Yeah, I think that's done. Just call it blackened, right? If it comes out like that, just no. That Cajun blackened. I meant to burn that. Yeah, okay. What a week it's been. I finished. I may have mentioned it in the other videos. I don't know. Memory doesn't always serve me well, but I finished the dungeon, the basement. Put 100 feet of shelving in there, 50 feet on one side, 50 feet on the other side. I'm done with that. I've got everything ready to put the piping on the south side of the cabin. I do have to go and get a couple of couplers. I'm missing a couple of 90-degree couplers that I'm putting everything in, and then I'll get that done, get that out of the way. Little raccoons, they're doing good. My God. In fact, tonight I'll get you a video of how many little baby raccoons come up and play around and enjoy being up on the deck. And I've got 3 new buddies. Scruffy, Muffy, and Fluffy. They come from Little Blackie, the Little Blackie's babies. There's a whole bunch of babies, but these 3 particularly are really bonded with me. And Scruffy is absolutely amazing. He lets me scratch his belly, scratch his head. We play, we go back and forth. And Muffy and Fluffy have now said, wait a minute, what's he doing that I'm not getting? I said, well, you want any of this love, you got to come on over here. I'll scratch your bellies. And so they're starting now. So I've got 3 new fun raccoons that I get to enjoy every night. And of course I feed them. Yes, I feed them. The cool thing is when Miss Marie is done, she likes fish, as you know. Miss Marie, being Asian, they love fish. She loves fish. I'm not the biggest fish fan. When she's done with her bones and all that stuff, she just takes it, throws it out, and those raccoons gobble up every crumb of that fish. Nothing is sacred. It's all gone in a matter of seconds. They love it. So there's no waste food in our house. Anything that's left over we want to throw out, we throw it to the raccoons. It's like having a dog or goats, only they're more fun. Getting ready to go through the tunnel, and then I'll end the video. Here's the tunnel with no interruption. Look at that. Boom. Oh yeah, that made me feel like a man too. Yes, sirree. I think I just spotted my pants. Whew. Oh. I'm telling you, I got all excited. I'm driving the car without my hands. That's how excited I've got. So if you liked the video, you enjoyed it, you liked our little talky talk, please like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate you so much. I got Mr. Motorcycle going by here. He had to rev his engine. Oh. So like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for tolerating me. And I'll do another video probably tonight, weather permitting. And you know that I will see you all very, very soon. And I love you. Mean it.